Representative Tyler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A year ago, last summer, Governor Hickenlooper took a team and went around the state of Colorado and asked businesses and communities all over the state what issues they had, how they could do better. There are a number of things that came up off of that. Infrastructure, better roads was one. Better education was another. Actually, housing was another one. Local chain of supply chains was another one. But as you will not be surprised to learn, regulatory burden was another one also that was brought up consistently. Given that, the governor sent out department heads all around the state, once again, to listen to the business community and say, tell us about this regulation problem. And so they went out there, and as a result of that, there were 6 reports from different regions called Pitts and Peeves reports, and that sort of clarified some of that issue, saying that, you know, the government bureaucrats often aren't very friendly. They're often not very helpful, and it's often very hard to figure out exactly what regulations we're supposed to support. I was kind of astonished to learn, and I asked, and I was thinking about submitting an open records report to say, what regulations are we talking about? Well, in January, the governor revealed a number of those issues, but we're still looking at what is the issue of regulation. And the reason I provide that introduction is that I think we need to focus on solving the problem and not just doing things to look good and sound like we're trying to pretend to solve it. I think there's a number of things we need to do to deal with regulations on business, to streamline government, and to make sure that state government is as responsive as possible. I applaud this bill. Representative Sonnenberg said it was a great bill. I think it could have been a greater bill with a little bit more clarification and some of the amendments that we offered. But I think this bill, I think there's some problems potentially. I think that there's a decent upside. I think there is the danger of a pretty serious downside with unintended consequences. Members, I'd say vote your conscience on this bill. If we can make a difference on regulation for business, I think that's great, and I think we ought to focus in the coming session on how we can make a real difference and have a real impact on making sure that business can be effective and efficient and elegant, just the way we're trying to make state government. Thank you so much.